This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Good morning, already starting off wrong. Good evening and welcome to Coast Entertainment Network's Entertainment Hour. And I'm completely off today. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm your host, Dragon Viper, and next to me is my co-host, Chris P. Bacon. How you doing today, Mr. Bacon?
I am good. It's probably it's been a long week probably for both of us, and I probably would make that mistake too.
Yeah, definitely been a long week, long day. But hey, we're getting through it. We're still, alive and going, so it's all good, So anyway, so I want to thank everybody for watching, and we're gonna go ahead and start the show off with our usual, with Chris telling us about the shows this throughout the week.
Yeah, so tonight we have Entertainment Hour. Last night we had On Deck. And all of these shows are going to be on our Facebook and YouTube. So if you miss anything, you can catch up. But yesterday was On Deck. Today's Entertainment Hour. Tomorrow's going to be Between the Ropes, getting ready for Bash in Berlin, their latest premium live event. Bro Code's coming back week after Labor Day. That's on Mondays. Tuesdays, you have C2C Rankum. Wednesdays, you got Sports Minute. Football season's around the corner. We're trying to work out for days for, I'm trying to think of the name, morning tailgate. So just stay locked into Coast to Coast.
And did you say that Between the Ropes is tomorrow?
I bet. See, it's been a long week. Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay, so
it could be tomorrow. Who knows? But
yeah, but no. So yeah, Between the Ropes is on Sunday, not Saturday. You're right. Yeah. It's been a very long week. So, all right, and then we're gonna move on. I got some celebrity news here to talk about. I was scrolling through the news and I wish I had written the person's name down, but there was a celebrity that was selling her home and it was worth $1.1 billion. Now, I'm just curious, if people that buy these homes from celebrities, I mean, I recently, within the last few months, read about Michael Jordan selling a home and Shaquille O'Neal and all these celebrities selling these homes for billions of dollars. It must be nice to be able to have that kind of money first off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, I don't know about you, but I honestly think, a simple home, couple rooms, bathroom or two would be fine with me. These celebrities that are selling their homes are like 20 bedrooms and, I wouldn't mind like a basketball court or something, but these are like 3 basketball courts. You've got like 2 gyms, depending on who, if it's an athlete, and all these bathrooms. I mean, just imagine how much it would take and how long it would take to clean one of those houses. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, when you're looking at 20 bedrooms, that's like 20 rooms you have to clean plus whatever, number of bathrooms there are, and all the windows, and it's just insane. So I mean, do you feel that you would be able to live in a house like that, or are you kind of like me where it's like a simple normal house and that's it? I mean,
Yeah, simple, more normal house would be great for me. Uh, I would be afraid owning that big of a house. One, the electric bill. I mean, I'm rich, but one, the electric bill will probably be through the roof. Two, I'd probably get lost, being that it's so big. It's like, where was the restroom again? Which 20 bed? I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I would like it in one sense because I have endless rooms I could, you know, sleep in and wouldn't get bored. I don't know. I would hate to clean.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, I think something like that is too much.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can have ideas for different bedrooms, even if you don't have so many people living with you. A game room, a man cave, weight room, whatever. But I mean, after you get to a certain point of rooms, you just kind of there's nothing in them.
Yeah.
So I mean, even having a large family, you really don't want to have to worry about all that money, paying all that money for a house. And then think about that, the taxes at the end of the year that you'd have to pay on it. And it just too much of a headache to have those big of houses and that many rooms. So, and then, so anyway, I think it's kind of ridiculous having those big houses, and then of course spending that much money. I could go and buy a Jag or buy Rolls Royce for $1 million. Why would I want to pay a house for a house? And so
Hmm.
I have better things I can think of to spend $1 million or even $1 billion on. um
Oh yeah.
and And then we have a comment from Brandon saying, "Sup, Christopher Mabry and that
Uh,
guy." Yeah, Brandon. Yeah. Anyway, and moving on. I don't know who this Brandon guy is either. So, you know. And he says, "Dragon Viper needs a big house for Riddle, Dirty Dom, and his long Goldie. No, no, no. Nah, I don't think so. Anyways, moving on again. Um, so next news that I have here is the baseball field, the historic baseball field from League of Their Own with Tom Hanks, and I believe Madonna was in that. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
they build it, it will come.
huh?
If they build it, it will come.
No, that's Field of Dreams. Wrong movie.
Oh.
It's all
Yeah,
good
still.
though. No, the phrase was it girls don't cry in baseball or something like that. Like I said,
Oh
it's
yeah. There's no
yeah,
crying in baseball
there
or
there you go. There's no crying in baseball. Anyway, J Littleton Ball Park in Ontario, Canada, is where it's at. It burned down, unfortunately. It from the way I read it, it didn't look like that there was any way of saving any of it. um yeah, Rosie O'Donnell, yeah. She was in it, but anyway, from the way I read, it sounded like that there was no way of saving it. It completely destroyed the bleachers, destroyed everything around it. So unfortunately, you're not able to see it anymore, and at this point they have no idea where what started it. how it caught fire or anything else. I know somebody, from what I read, I believe somebody went and drove by or something and then started and saw the flames, so they called the fire department. But yeah, according to that, there was absolutely no way to save that field. So I mean, did you watch that by any chance?
No, I didn't even know it burnt down.
Well, I meant the movie A League of Their Own.
No, I mean I saw clips, but I haven't
Um,
recently sat down and watched it.
and then Brandon says a fire started. Duh. Well, obviously Brandon.
Were they starting a fire? Were they? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know, but right now the cause is unclear of how the fire was started.
There you
But
go.
anyway, so I guess they can't do A League of Their Own #2 on the same field. Anyway, that's the second news I've got. The last news I've got is
okay. Hold on one
go
second.
ahead.
They could use the. It would probably be a while before they do this, but they could use that footage of the field burning down, and then they're like, we need to collect money for a new field, this and that, and you could kind of branch off of it, maybe.
Well, yeah,
But it's going to take a while.
Well, yeah, and I can actually see it being a second, movie where they use the plot, where the field is burning, and they can make a movie out of that if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like that. All right, and then the third one is Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn, in middle, like about a week ago, ended up getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I want to know from you, Chris. Yeah. Does he deserve it now, or should they have waited until years down the road before they gave him one?
See, I don't know what the criteria is, to get that honor. But I know, like, in sports, I feel like it takes way too long before athletes or coaches get the recognition of being in a Hall of Fame or some kind of honor like that.
Right.
And they usually wait, way after they passed or they're sick or so. I mean, right now, I think it's the right time.
Okay, so there's let's see. Brandon says, please, we don't need a second league of their own, like we don't need another Randy Cox. Yes, they do. They need another Randy around every state. In fact, Brandon, you can have 2 Randys. How about that? Anyways, and then Brandon says Minnesota's own Vince Vaughn. I actually didn't know he was from Minnesota, but
I did not either.
But anyway, here's the criteria to get onto get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Mm-hmm. Let's see. They must fit into one of the 6 categories: motion pictures, television, radio, recording, live theater performance, or sports. Longevity. The nominee must have worked in the entertainment industry for at least 5 years. Awards and nominations. The nominee must have earned awards or nominations. Philanthropy. The nominee must have done philanthropic work for the community, so help the community out. Mm-hmm. Consent. The nominee must consent to the nomination. Well, of course they're going to consent to it. Attendance. The nominee must guarantee that they will attend the dedication ceremony if selected. Application fee. There is a $250 application fee. And documentation. The nomination must include a photo of the nominee, a brief bio, a list of contributions to the community, and a letter of agreement from the nominee or their management. And the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce makes the final decision on whether a nominee is worthy of selection. So,
see again with the 5-year eligibility. NFL does it, MLB does it.
yeah.
I don't know about NBA or NHL, but I'm sure it's 5-year.
No, I'm
But-
sure if other sports did, they did it too.
Yeah, so I mean, it fits him right now, but if they don't get it, if he doesn't get it now, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm gonna go off and say that I think he deserves it too. He's an amazing actor. And I know we've done a top list about him before, and I'm sure we'll probably do it again about him in the future. But I really love his stuff. He's amazing. Brandon says Vaughn should have got his start after Rudy, and just being born from Minnesota, so it was overdue. Just because you're born,
Okay,
Brandon,
the first part.
Brandon, just because you're from Minnesota doesn't mean he should have been nominated just because he was in Minnesota or he was born in Minnesota. Sorry to tell you that. And then Brandon says that is the only thing they will consent to.
The first part or the second part?
But yeah, I think it was good that Vince got it. He deserves it. Amazing actor. He's a very tall actor. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6". So he's tall, but I think he does a really good job in a lot of things he's acted in. I don't recall a movie that I've seen that he hasn't done a good job in. So, I mean, have you?
Not that I recall.
So, all right, and that's pretty much all the news I have. Brandon says he is as tall as your long hair, Brandon. Anyway, we're moving on to celebrity birthdays now.
Ooh.
So there were a couple on this list that I had to get even though they're they passed away. I had to get them because they were big. So I mean, especially when I say who they are. First person is Kobe Bryant,
Mm.
who passed away in, of course,
2020
in that helicopter accident. Yeah, Vince is 6'5". And so anyway, Kobe Bryant again passed away in 2020. But I did write how old he should have been today.
Oh, I don't want to get it wrong.
He should have been 46 today.
And probably still playing. Who knows?
Yeah, probably.
I say he retired, but who knows?
Did he retire? He must have just retired because I thought he was still playing. And then we have another one who passed away in 93. I don't know if you don't know, or I don't know if you know him.
1993 or age 93?
Yeah. 1993.
I really don't know.
I don't know if you know him. Have you seen the movie Stand By Me?
Yes.
Okay. This guy, his name was River Phoenix.
Hmm.
And there is two reasons I chose his birthday today was because one, he was a good actor as a kid. I mean, it was sad that he died when he was 23. And and the other reason why I chose to mention him was because he was actually born where I was born. He was born in I believe 1970. I was born 14 years after that in the same hospital. So I had to put him down here. Anyway, River Phoenix, huh?
When did he pass in 93?
when did he pass? I don't remember. I just remember it was 1993, and it was in California. Let's see. He died on Halloween in 1993. So October 31st. I remember watching something back. I remember watching something like months ago where they mentioned about River Phoenix. It was Johnny Depp's thing down in Hollywood, West Hollywood. He had this one club back in those days, and River Phoenix would always hang out outside of that club. And and his brother would be kind of around it too, which his brother is Joaquin Phoenix, who does play Johnny Cash on between or walk the line. That's what it is. And I don't know if you've seen that one or not, or who Joaquin Phoenix is, but he's also a good actor. But anyway, so yeah, River Phoenix OD'd and passed away. But yeah, I had to bring him up just because, like I said, I mean, he was born where I was born, just 14 years sooner, and he was good and Stand By Me. He should have been 54 today. And then Brandon said that Kobe Bryant did retire. And then Brandon said today is his son's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your son, Brandon.
Happy birthday.
Yep. And then moving on, we have Rick Springfield, who do you know who that is? He's a rock star.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Anyway, yeah, he was in the 70s and I think 80s. You want to guess his age?
56.
Not even close. No, he turned 75 today.
Wow.
And if I didn't mention, because I don't remember, my memory's bad right now. River Phoenix was supposed to turn 54 today.
Wow.
Brandon says, you guys remember who died a year? I think he's trying to say a year ago today. No, who died a year ago today?
I know.
Who?
I think I know. Let me in.
Oh, Bray Wyatt?
I believe so.
Has that already been a year?
I believe that's who he's talking about.
I don't remember when he died.
I remember it was August.
Yeah, I don't even remember what month it was. Anyway, so we have another celebrity, Bray Wyatt. Okay. So yeah, Bray Wyatt already a year. That's crazy.
And we talked about him last week.
Yeah. So yeah, because I believe it was supposed to be his birthday last week too, or something like that.
Yeah,
it was. Anyway, so we have Jay Moore. He was in Are We There Yet?
Comedian?
Huh?
He's the comedian, right?
Yeah, he's a comedian, but he was in Are We There Yet? And Ghost Whisperer.
I remember him in that reality show Last Comic Standing.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
It was good.
But
70.
Not even close. 54.
I was thinking 54, and I'm like, I'm probably going to be way off if I say that. So.
Yeah. And this one you should be close in age to guessing. Barbara Eden, from the original I Dream of Jeannie.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if you know who that is or what show that is, but I mean,
I've heard of
I
I
haven't
Dream of
even.
Jeannie. I've heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never seen it, but
Right. I don't know how old.
93. Yeah. I think my mom would say, wow, if she was watching it right now. But then we have, I don't know if you know her, but Shelley Long.
Heard the name.
She was in Cheers, Troop Beverly Hills, Frasier, the first original Freaky Friday. Yeah.
72.
Hey, you were close on that one. 75.
You know they're making another Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I do. They're gonna
Okay.
make a second one. It's gonna be Lindsay
Freakier
Lohan's
Friday.
kid. Huh?
Freakier Friday.
Yeah,
What do you
I
mean?
was looking at movie trailers yesterday, and that's one of the ones I was trying to watch, but they don't have one yet. So, and then we're moving on. Yeah, this guy went from a good guy to a bad guy in real life. Everybody knows the Subway spokesperson, Jared
No.
Fogle. Yeah, the bad guy now.
I don't want to say his age. I don't know. He
You don't
doesn't
want to
deserve
guess?
it. No.
He's 47. And then I end up with a few for tomorrow. We have Steve Guttenberg. He was the guy in the Police Academy movies, Three Men and a Baby in the 90s. I don't know if you've seen any of those or if you know who Steve Guttenberg is.
I've heard the name. But no, I don't know.
Well, I'll make it easy. He's turning 66 tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And then David Koechner, or however you pronounce his name, Koechner. He was on Anchorman, The Comebacks.
Okay. 70.
Nope. 62. You were 8 off this time. And then the last one I have, you know him, I know, well, not personally, obviously, but we know of him. Mr. Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah.
Movies, comedian, everything.
49.
Close. 51.
Okay.
So you were close on that one. All right, so we're moving on from birthdays. And then now I'm going to talk about summer movies. There's been, I think, more movies were in the top 10 that were animated than regular movies.
Mm-hmm.
In this summer, over the summer, and as summer is closing, I did end up pulling the top 3 movies from this website. I couldn't exactly get where or find where the name of the website is. I just Googled it. But anyway, I had the top 3 movies of the summer. Number 1, no, I'll start number 3. Number 3 is Despicable Me 4. And they made $343.8 billion. Man,
Okay.
I'd love to be an actor reading that. Deadpool versus Wolverine is number 2, yet they are number 1 in the R-rated era.
Wow.
Deadpool versus Wolverine ended up with $558.8 billion. And number 1, which surprises me because I barely heard of this movie, but Inside Out 2 ended up number 1 with $644.2 billion.
I've heard. I think Inside Out 2 is recent.
Yeah, it just came out in like May or June, but for the top 3 summer movies, it was actually number 1, which was actually, like I said, surprised me because they had a number 1. I didn't even know what it was. And then while I was at work one night, one day, a couple of the staff were talking about it, and I'm like, "What are you guys talking about? I've never heard of it." So they showed me, a YouTube clip of number 2, and I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute, never seen it, but kind of looks interesting." So I know one of these days I'm going to end up watching it. But
Right.
did you end up going to the movies at all this summer?
No. You?
No, I've wanted to. In fact, yeah, I've wanted to, but I never actually got a chance to. But there's been some good movies out there throughout the summer. I mean, you had the new Ghostbusters movie. You had, out right now is Deadpool versus Wolverine, which I'm still wanting to see like really bad. Um, and then but they had some good movies out there. As soon as we can get our Netflix working again, I want to go. Since it's not theaters anymore, I want to go watch Beverly Hills Cop 4. Brandon says
You're gonna have.
Beetlejuice.
You're gonna. I was gonna say you're gonna have to by January.
Yeah. Why? What's going on in January?
The Switch. Raw.
Oh, wrestling? Yeah, gonna definitely have to get Netflix back. So, which that's the plan. And then Brandon says Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's actually coming out next month. So I believe I read somewhere like the 6th of September. So that should be interesting to see because I don't know. I didn't think that they'd remake a new Beetlejuice movie. And then Brandon saying Ghostbusters was boring. I still want to see it. It's got the same guys in it. It shouldn't be that boring. And then Brandon says Beverly Hills Cop 4, the best 4th movie in any series. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know until I actually watched it. So I'll have to come on here and when I do watch it and say how it is. But all right, and so anyway, yeah, summer movies. Yeah, I mean, were there any movies you wish you would have seen in the theaters over the summer?
Deadpool. It looked funny. I don't know. It seemed very interesting.
Well, I mean, and watching Deadpool 1 and 2 again, it now that there's a Deadpool versus Wolverine,
Yeah.
I started noticing more that he was mocking Wolverine and Hugh Jackman. So
Mhm.
in the first two movies. So of course it's even more funny that there's a third one, and it is with Wolverine. So yeah, I definitely want to go see that. Anyways, and then let's go ahead and move on to our top 10 lists. And I'm gonna say now that two of the subjects are gonna be short, because once again, a couple of these people I thought I'd seen more of, and then realized I didn't watch as much as I thought of them. So anyway, Brandon says, who won Deadpool Wolverine? No, nobody's going to give that information away, Brandon.
They both won. I haven't seen it. I'm just guessing here. They both won.
No, it'll end up like a Jason versus Freddy movie where nobody won. So where they try and open it up for another.
Oh, they're making it 4, I think, but I think with a new character.
Oh,
I think. At least that's the rumor.
Yeah, can Dragon Viper count to 10 without taking his shoes off? I could count better and faster than you can there, Brandon. I'm not from Minnesota.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, even Chris did better. But I'm not from Minnesota, so that helps too.
Oh.
All right, moving on to our top 10 list. We have the band Rascal Flatts.
Okay.
Go ahead and start off with your list.
Now, I think you should know. Let me try. Yeah, okay. I think you should know some of these. I got 10 of them. Bless the Broken Road. What Hurts the Most. Life is a Highway. My Wish. Here Comes Goodbye. I like the sound of that. No, it's not Kirk Cousins. I'm just kidding. Take Me There. Fast Cars and Freedom. Me and My Gang. And Rewind.
I forgot Me and My Gang. I like that song too. No, that's a good list. And no, Rascal Flatts is amazing. An amazing band. I know way beyond 15 songs and 20 songs of theirs. And no, we're not. This is not Between the Ropes, Brandon. I'm sorry to give you that sad information, but this is not Between the Ropes. I am not talking about that guy. Moving on. But anyway, I know plenty of Rascal Flatts songs, and I love pretty much every single one of them. But I have here Life is a Highway, Bless the Broken Road, What Hurts the Most, My Wish, Here Comes Goodbye, Fast Cars and Freedom, I Melt, Praying for Daylight, I'm Moving On, This Everyday Love, and then the 3 honorable mentions are Feels Like Today, Winner at a Losing Game, and Summer Nights. So, I mean, that's my list. Brandon says, Take Me There should be the new Cowboys fans theme song. Oh, jeez. Yeah, no.
Yeah, take us to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon. I bet you probably could do a little bit better of a job than anyway. Not continuing that statement, because I am a Cowboys fan. So
Me too.
Oh, I know you are.
I know you are. Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're moving on. And speaking of Deadpool versus Wolverine, I was like, have I seen more Ryan Reynolds movies or Hugh Jackman movies? And I've seen about the same of both. So I picked Ryan Reynolds to talk about. I think he's funny. I think he's he's a good actor. But I actually have not seen a lot of his movies, which surprises me because he really is a good actor. I like him. But on my list, I put Deadpool and Deadpool 2. Of course, I had to. The Green Lantern. He was actually funny, even though he wasn't in this movie a whole long time. He was still in it. Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Like the restaurant?
No, he was the guy that was the nurse when they were at the hospital, and or it was Harold and Kumar, or I believe it was Kumar's dad. He wanted Kumar to be a doctor or a nurse or something, and they had a scene at the hospital, and Ryan Reynolds was one of the male nurses. And then my number one with him in it, and it's him, it's Triple H, it's Wesley Snipes, Chris Christopherson, Blade Trinity. Out of the 3 Blade movies, that is my absolute favorite Blade movie was Blade Trinity. So, and then Brandon says, do you, as Cowboys fans, believe more in this year going to the Super Bowl or believe in... Again, Brandon, Joe Hendry has nothing to do with Entertainment Hour, so shh.
But he is entertaining.
To who? Dogs?
NFL players to anybody.
Well, I guess low budget wrestling is part of entertainment as well. So, all right. And then Brandon said White Castle's great burgers. No, I have tried White Castle burgers. They taste bad. I do not like them. I don't know if it's because I've never been to a White Castle that I actually got them from the frozen food section at a store. And it says White Castle, burgers on there. Or sliders.
I never had the restaurant, had the frozen meal.
Yeah, I've had the frozen food section White Castle sliders, and they were terrible. So, I mean, maybe the restaurant is better. We don't have one around here, nearby, here in this area of Oregon. But I do know that the frozen part of it is disgusting. All right, go ahead with your list. Sorry, Chris.
And we're doing Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yes.
Making sure. I'm gonna put Deadpool and Deadpool 2 together as just like one category. You also have Free Guy, The Proposal, 6 Underground, The Hitman's Bodyguard, Just Friends, Red Notice, and Buried.
Yeah, and see, some of them I haven't even seen. So, I mean, yeah, I've never seen them, I've never heard them or anything like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I like Ryan Reynolds. I guess I gotta watch more. I only had 5 on the list. So, and Brandon says, see, Dragon Viper, that's why your point of view does not matter. You have no taste. Well, I'm not going there. Anyway, and then he says Blade trilogy suck. No. Blade, like I said, Blade 1 and 2 kind of does. I didn't really care for it. It was boring. But then when you have Blade Trinity, the third one, I thought it was awesome. I loved it. I mean, come on. Triple H is in it, for crying out loud. I mean, Triple H is a good actor. So I definitely enjoy it. And Christy Wilson says, just saw Deadpool and Wolverine. It was good. And even my mom's writing on here saying, Ryan Reynolds, do you like his Mint Mobile?
It was a commercial he has for the Mint Mobile app.
Oh,
It's a money app, and he's basically the founder of the app, so he does commercials for it.
Oh, gotcha. And Christy says, I thought the first Blade movie was good. Nah. No, I tried it. I lost interest in the first. I mean, I watched it, but I lost interest in the first and the second. The third one I thought was always good. And yeah, with Mom's comment, yeah, I never even seen that commercial, so I wouldn't know.
Look it up on YouTube. It's catchy.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on YouTube after the show and see and check it out. And then our final topic here of the top 10 list is actresses, and it is Julie Stiles. Hold on for a second. Sorry about that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, Ryan Reynolds has good commercials, I guess, and he's a good actor, and I'm sure another Deadpool is in the works.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Anyway, yeah, no. I think I've seen one or two commercials. I just don't remember what they were. Brandon says, "Wait, Triple H, a good actor? Oh my God, he can't act himself out of a wet paper bag. Please, if it came down to you or Triple H to act, I guarantee that Triple H would get the acting job. So no, he's a great actor. I liked him in what was it? It was Drew Carey Show. When he was in the Drew Carey Show, I really liked it. Liked him in it. So I don't know what Brandon's talking about. I like to see him try and act. I suck at acting, so I'm not claiming I'm better than acting. Anyway, so moving on, and then our final top 10 list, which also is short because I didn't realize I didn't watch much of her stuff either. But we have Julia Stiles. Mm-hmm. And for Brandon, before he even tries to say anything, she is not related to AJ Styles. So
he wishes.
Oh, he probably does. Anyway, go ahead with your list on Julia.
Let's see. We got 10 things I hate about you. Save the Last Dance. The Bourne Identity. The Bourne Supremacy. The Bourne Ultimatum. Mona Lisa Smile. Silver Lining Playbook. I kind of remember that one. Oh. The Prince and Me. And Hustlers.
Yeah, a few of those I haven't even seen. Again, haven't seen much of hers. I've seen 5 things from her. Christy says she watched her in the Bourne Identity. I didn't watch the Bourne movies, and the reason why I didn't watch the Bourne movies was because who's the main actor in that? In the Bourne movies. Anyway, yeah. I don't really care for him much. Oh yeah, Matt Damon. Yeah. Reminds me of Team America. Matt Damon. Anyway, so no, I didn't really care for the Bourne movies. I know at one point my dad wanted to take me in movies to see one of them. And I might have seen it. I don't know. But anyway, and on my list, I have The Omen, Save the Last Dance, because that is absolutely my number one. I should have saved that as number one, but that is my number one movie that she is in that I really like, because that is a really good movie. Then I have, 10 Things I Hate About You, The Prince and Me, and with Josh Hartnett. And Josh Hartnett is also a good actor. It's like the movie 40 Days, 40 Nights, and which is also a good movie. So, but yeah, I wish I had seen more of her movies, but I hadn't. Yeah, and there's our list. Is there anything else you can think of in the entertainment world?
Kind of going back into, I guess, wrestling. Drew McIntyre was in was seen for a new film coming up.
Good. I want to see him in a movie.
Yeah.
Be nice to see him in one.
And I think he's in there with another wrestler, Batista.
Ugh. What is it with Batista? Between him and The Rock and John Cena, they suck up all of Hollywood. But yeah, I did see somewhere that J-Lo and Ben Affleck are divorcing, and now J-Lo is wanting her name back legally back to Lopez instead of Jennifer Affleck. Yeah, I was like, I at that point I didn't care to even write it down, but I did see it though. Other than that, yeah, I don't believe there's anything else that I have.
I don't either.
Hopefully, they're able to, with that field of a league of their own, the league of their own field. Hopefully they'll able to rebuild it and all that, because that that's a piece of history right there that they can try and rebuild. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, I guess that's all I have too, and we're right about at that time this week, so I'm happy about that.
Right.
Unlike last week being 40 minutes in, and yeah, so
hey,
it's
but
about
still, that was good.
Yeah, but we're about that time now. So Chris, you have anything left to say?
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, tuning in. Between the Ropes, Sunday, not Saturday, Sunday. Messed up at the beginning. That'll be a blooper for the end of the year. So, but stay with Coast to Coast for all of our great shows.
Yeah, absolutely. And had a slow start, but we got through it, so we're good. But yeah, again, thank you for watching and commenting. I know Brandon's a little, smart aleck, but he's still cool. Everything's good. And then, of course, with Christy and, Jean, my mom, commenting. So we appreciate the comments. And hopefully James will be here next week. If not, well, then you and I will take care of the show next week, too. So
yep.
I hope everybody has a good night and a good weekend, and enjoy summer. It's just about over. So anyways, once again, hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see you all next week.